Hi, performers and achievers. Welcome to Performers and Achievers Daily with me, Raj Gavurla. In today's episode, we will continue to unpack what my elite mental performance, the zone and the zone effect mastery framework is. So we went through the first one, live your dreams and clear goals. That was most important task number one, and how to achieve that, or ways to achieve that. Number two was awareness, which was most important task number two. And what are some ways to achieve that? And the third is strategy. Strategy is the third most important task. So obviously, where strategy fits in comes right there with awareness, because as you become more aware and recognize what the situation is, what's occurring, and have that awareness and know what to do in times of success and while you're winning or when you're winning, and times when there's adversity or challenges or you're currently losing the match or the game or in some other type of endeavor that you're in. And what are the strategic initiatives to take, the adjustments, the strategic mental tweaks, mental adjustments, and most importantly, when to use those. See, a lot of people have the strategy and they know what their strategy is. However, it's when their strategy doesn't exactly go the way they planned it to go, is when they experience something that becomes too challenging or too difficult, or they start making mistakes or errors, or they just don't know how to adapt and make those mental tweaks and mental adjustments in their strategy. And so we know that as your strategy goes, it's similar to driving a car. When you're driving a car, you're always making these slight adjustments, right? And if you make too big of an adjustment, you go off the road. If you don't make any adjustments, then you won't be safe. You won't be a safe driver. So you're always making these mental adjustments, mental tweaks. And so that's a real important strategy. So just think about any business, think about any sport, and you'll see that your competitors, the competition, is doing their strategy and you're doing your strategy. And a lot of times, your competitors, your competition, they're competing for the same piece of business. And therefore, each side is presenting themselves as the best solution to solve the customer's problems, their needs, their wants, or their initiatives. Where are they going? Where are they now, and where do they want to be? And can you be a part of that solution? And then in sports, we see it all the time, right? In sports, we get to see it in a more dynamic way. You see one coach and the players, and the coaches and players, their opponents, they're competing against each other. Coaches make strategic moves, and the other team, they counter it, right? So strategy is very important. Strategy is very important. So think about what strategy you will use. How will you know when it's successful, when you're winning? How do you know when to make a mental tweak or a mental adjustment? How do you know to flex when you need to flex? How do you know to adapt when you need to adapt? And notice the key word here is when. When. So when do you use a specific strategy? What situation? What scenario? how much time is left. All of these factors play an important role in which strategy you choose, which strategy you use, who's available, who's not available, who's injured, who unexpectedly got injured. These are all part of implementing your strategy to succeed. And so, strategy is essential. Essential. And you can go and look in your specific field on different strategies to use, whether you're in business, whether you're in specific sport, soccer, basketball, tennis, football, baseball, golf, volleyball. They all have those different strategies, right? And you work with your coach on the tactical side. So you have a game plan, you prepare that game plan, then you go out there and you execute. And when you execute, well, the other team's trying to keep you from executing, right? Just like you're trying to keep them from executing. And so the team that plays the right way with sportsmanship or sportswomanship is the team that's going to succeed and win. And the other team, well, both teams will learn. And the other team, I mean, they benefit also, even if they don't win, they learn and come back for the next game or match. So that's having a very positive outlook on competing. And it's the same way in business, right? Dwindle it down to from 5 people submitted bids. We selected 2 of those to come back and gain more insight from us about where we want to go. And this is the one that we selected. Could happen that way. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes in business, a lot of times it's just really dependent upon building the relationship with the person so that you can be more beneficial to them, so that you can be part of their solution. And so that's what I have for you today, the importance and the essentialness of strategy and knowing when to use a specific strategy, when to make those mental tweaks, mental adjustments, when to adapt, when to be versatile or improvise. That's essential. So, my bonus for you in this episode is pick a strategy that you're currently doing that's successful, that you're succeeding on. Okay? Since it's successful, obviously it'd probably be a good idea to continue. However, also look at ways that you might be able to innovate your strategy based on a lot of factors in the situation. You might not want to innovate. It just really depends. And then pick a strategy that's not being successful. When it's not successful, when do you determine that it's not successful? And then what do you do to make a mental tweak, a mental adjustment, to improvise, to innovate, be agile? All right? That's very, very important to do that. So that's what I have for you today. If you like my video, you like my podcast, please like it and comment in the comment section. For those of you who want help and support privately, personally, professionally, and confidentially, visit rajgavurla.com and fill out the brief form, and we will contact you as soon as we can. Enjoy your day.